A very good morning. It's Mark here. Wednesday, July the 9th, going on 8 a.m. Eastern. That's going on noon GMT. US session about to get underway. Let's have a look how the markets are standing going into the US Open, starting with the US dollar index. And as you can see on the daily, another green candlestick, US dollar index adding to yesterday's gains, support 97.13 and got resistance at 97.35. Failed at this level yesterday. The resistance we'll see today. If buyers can keep that demand up, maintain demand, and break above the 97.35 resistance level. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see buyers looking to test resistance. If there is a turnaround and we see weak US dollar when the US session gets underway, as we so often do see a turnaround once the US session gets started, it'll be off this resistance area, likely, or in all likelihood, that we'll see a turnaround and selling of US dollar index 97.13 being the goal and being the support level. Have a look at the S&P 500. An hour and a half until Wall Street opens up. Very slow day yesterday with the S&P and with all the major US indices. Limited movement, limited activity, and slightly down on the day. US dollar S&P 500 support 6,259 and testing today's intraday resistance at 6,284. Same as yesterday's high, same area, didn't get higher yesterday. We'll see if buyers can maintain demand once the equity markets get open up, once Wall Street opens up. 6,282 is the resistance for now, and support sitting at 6,259. Gold, continuing the sell-off we've seen, adding to yesterday's sell-off and again testing 3,283 support. I'm going to zoom in on the hourly, and there you can see how strong it's been in the last hour from 3,295. That's just under the 3,000 level. Sellers firmly in control and looking to test break below this 3,283 support level. Buyers will be looking for a bounce up off this area of these levels to get back to the 3,300 or higher. But to start, weak gold going together with the inverse relationship, we saw strong US dollar to start the day and weak gold to start the day. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Sitting above the $70 level, which I think is significant, held up at the same resistance as yesterday. I've got resistance at $70.66 and support at $69.85. Looks like it has tested that resistance, little wickets left behind. Let's zoom in on the hourly. And there you can see after testing resistance again at 70.64, has turned around the last 2-3 hours. EMAs look like they're about to cross over as well. If this can be maintained, looking down at support, which is at 69.85. Sellers will be looking to test break below that level. Buyers who have been in control the last so far this week will be looking up at the 70.66 resistance level. And then we've got Bitcoin hanging around yesterday's resistance level, again at that 109,000, tough level for buyers to break above, but looks like it is testing that area going into the US session. Same as yesterday, but unable to maintain. Going back the last 4 days, you can see how tough it is for buyers to maintain above that 109,000. If I zoom in on the hourly, there you can see there's the resistance level. If sellers do step in, it'll be off this area around the 109,000, and we'll be looking down at the 108,000 support or lower. But on the front foot to start, hang around yesterday's resistance. Let's see how Bitcoin performs once the US session does get underway. Good trading. Keep that discipline, and I will see you at the end of day session.